Yeah,
It's
they don't
just
mess around.
it's just a finer grind.
Yeah, a finer grind.
So
So, yeah.
yeah,
What else we got? Anything else? What else we got?
let's see. Ray's VIP weekend at Norrie's in the first rehearsal. I don't know. You guys want to talk about weekend at Norrie's first rehearsal where the guys are actually going to rehearse because of the goading that we gave Dave on the show?
Who's going there to rehearse, and what are they rehearsing? Like, is there really a weekend at like? Is Dave really going to have a thing where Chris Wong, Stony McGee, and my friend Dave Pack can just get on the interweb and go, I want to go to Dave's house for the weekend. And they will fly to his address, spend Friday, Saturday, Sunday riding in the Potato Dome and going in a little like driving around in like little places and doing Flatland. Like, is he really doing that?
Yes.
What's he charging, and who else is involved? Like, you're just getting Dave Nourie? What's going on?
Todd, do you want to take this one?
I think for weekend at Norrie's, it is Dave. So he's hosting kind of like a BMX retreat.
Are people staying on his property?
No, I don't believe so. I believe he's given options like if
So they have to stay at a hotel.
Stay at a hotel, they can camp if they want.
Yeah, they can camp on his property, or there's an Airbnb.
And what are they going to do for entertainment? Like, you're going to just roll out his Flatland tricks and you're going to look at him, and then you'll ride with him?
He has a kind of an agenda. Like, Friday night is, I mean, this is just spitballing, but like Friday night would be, putting the bikes together, getting some Mexican food, hitting up, the Potato Dome. Saturday morning is breakfast, the Ashland skate park, back to the Potato Dome, and then, pizza dinner. So that he does have like a schedule. And
there's no reason why
it's a daycare.
If he's really doing this, if he has 2 people, say he has 4 people,
mm-hmm.
the amount of material and nonsense and one-liners and the disappointment I could put in Dave's life while this is going on, if I could be there and comment on everything that's going on.
Do you
like
if
it would be unbelievable if I could just be there and just narrate what's going on.
We should have a special guest, Large Ray.
It would be like the amount of like interrupting and making fun of Dave, and Dave's just going, Ray, please, Ray. Hey Ray, that's really enough. I have to finish saying this to these guys so they know where to go. And I mean, just like the endless verbal abuse that I could put upon Dave I wouldn't have enough air in my lungs to just make fun of everything that's going on.
Do you think Volker would pay? Do you think Volker would pay for a weekend at Norrie's to watch you do that?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking of the people that would the people that would be like, dude, Dave Nourie. Like, I want to talk to the people that are sitting around that are like, we'll say they're 50 years old, their kids are away at college, and they're like explaining to his wife, I'm gonna go. Me, Dale, and Bob are gonna go to Ashland, Oregon. We're gonna stay at the Holiday Inn, and we're gonna go. We're gonna get there, and then Friday we're gonna rent a car and we're gonna drive our bikes to this guy's Branch Davidian compound where he's got a greenhouse that he paved. We're gonna put our bikes together and then go get some Mexican food, and then he's gonna put us to bed back into the hotel. The next morning we're gonna wake up, eat breakfast. We're gonna go to the skate park. We're gonna ride around a little bit, and then we're gonna go like maybe on a street ride. Then we're going out to lunch, and then we're going back to Dave's with some beer. Joe and John are gonna smoke some weed, and then blah blah blah, and then we're gonna ride Flatland a little more. Like, I want to know who's doing that and how much Dave is actually going to earn, and if he's going to do it like week after week. Like, who's going to do that? Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just
I know
saying,
you're not trying to be mean.
I'm
doubled
looking at it.
over.
I'm looking at it as I would never do it. And maybe it's because I'm connected a little bit to Dave, but like, I just don't see, like, I consider myself a fan of freestyle. Like, I'm probably I'm your standard 80s freestyle kid fan.
Sure.
And if R.L. Osborne was gonna have the same thing, I just don't know if I'd want to go, like, if you would go do it, like, because you can go to Woodward, West and see everybody and kick it with everybody.
Hold on a second. It's different. When you go into Woodward West, there's everybody can talk to everyone. And
right.
There's a lot of riding, and Dave is trying to get his picture taken by Gail Webb. And Dave is posing with everyone. Dave is like the featured stripper that shows up and just gets paid to lap dance Gumbies with people, and people can,
like, how many Gumbies do you think he does at Woodward West? Like, when he's there, he does 30, well over 20.
Yeah.
Just Gumby after Gumby. And Nourie belly buster trick, that thing he does all the time. Like, it doesn't get old for him, does it? He loves it. Like, that's what I think is great, is he loves it. He's fully committed, where I'd be exhausted mentally after about a minute and a half of that nonsense, just doing all that.
What I'm looking forward to for this year's old school reunion is Dave's kind of incorporated the new matchy style. So imagine bringing in like his costume changes and his. He
probably has a morning outfit, a mid-afternoon outfit, and then an evening.
He has costume changes.
He's like, well, sorry, Ray, these are my evening pedals. I can't put them on yet. I have to wait till I change my hat. Yeah.
I cannot wait for Stoney to make the ad for Ray. That's what I was laughing at. I was like, I'm imagining Stoney's ad for Weekend at Nourie's featuring.
Oh, for the shit I just said. Like, this.
Yeah. Ray just did the voiceover. He just did the voiceover for that. Yes.
Yeah. It's so funny, right? It's so funny. What is Stoney gonna do with this? It's so funny. And then that becomes the ad.
Stoney's funny when we're laughing at something he hasn't even done yet, and we're laughing at it.
Yes.
Oh man, was I too harsh? I shouldn't have said all that.
No, you should have said exactly that, because that's what's so funny. Because
I'm just
you're genuinely curious. That's what
I'm curious on what goes on. I'm more curious. Like, I understand what Dave's deal is, but it's the person that's going to go do that. I know that, like, I have 5 friends that were totally down for the 80s BMX, like Flatland Freestyle, whatever it's called. And I don't picture us on our best day of boredom sitting around going, let's go to Ashland for 3 days and kick it with Nourie. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't.
I think that it might be, Ray, it might be because you've kind of seen behind the curtain a little bit.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But I'm trying to put myself in, like, here's an example. This is, and Todd might know about this a little more because Todd probably knows a little bit more about sports. So in baseball, something that every team does, and it's something I would love to go do, where they have the fantasy camp. And you go to like in Philly, you go to Clearwater and you pay $7,000 and you get to play the guys that were like your idols when you were a kid, and you literally play baseball with those guys.
Yeah.
So
for a week,
that's what Nourie is doing with freestyle.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out the people. I guess those people would be me, but with baseball. Like I would like me and Eric Otto would go down there in 2 seconds. If we had the opportunity. Me and Eric Otto would go down and watch and play baseball with Greg Lazinski, Mike Schmidt, and Boa.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe that's what Dave is. It's fantasy. It's the fantasy camp for freestyle.
Is so good.
The Dave Nourie Freestyle Fantasy Camp. We've got to change the name.
Nourie,
Forget Weekend at Nourie.
We got to change the name.
I think I'm thinking of like the people who saw Dave on tour. You know, they were three people deep in the in the crowd. They got Dave's autograph. They maybe saw his swatches in 1987, and this is a chance for them to hang out, like Dave Nourie knows my name, kind of a thing. I think.
Can we interview those people on factOrFreestyle before they go and do it?
That's part of the package. That's part of the package.
Before and after.
Fantastic.
They talk about what they expect.
Fantastic.
What do you expect for this? And then they give us the whole, we wanted this, we wanted that, we want to ask Dave about this. And then when they get back, they'll tell us exactly what happened.
Fantastic.
And that could make Dave hundreds of thousands of dollars doing an ad for the 7 people that watch the show.
Yeah.
It could be 14
because they're going to
people
talk
by
about
the
how
time
they
we're
changed
done.
their life.
Great idea, Ray.
Oh, that's so good. So this is what I find especially funny about Weekend at Nourie's. As you well know, I was listening to a podcast that taught this Hawaiian shamanism, and they had an exercise about finding money. And if you found enough money, that's the money that you could use to go to Hawaii for a week-long workshop. And I did the exercise and I found the money. Like, it was a shaman exercise to find money. And I found money and I went to the shaman workshop. Dave is doing something similar like that, but for freestyle. That's what is so remarkable about this story to me, and why I can't get enough of it, because I went to a shaman class by using a shaman technique to find money. And then now Dave is doing that with freestyle.
Ray, Joe was saying that Dave is.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dave is using factOrFreestyle in a way to fulfill his perhaps even his wishes of continuing to be he is a Haro factory tour rider. It didn't get any bigger than that back in the day, and
right.
He is continuing to kind of live that stoke.
Do you think that Dave has the type of personality that well, here's what I'll explain it like this. Billy Corrigan from the Smashing Pumpkins said that when he was at the top of his fame and their band was the biggest grossing #1 song of the decade, or the #1 song of the time, the day, they were presented with that. They're like, you're the #1 band, you're the biggest selling artist, you got the #1 song in the country. And Billy looked at the guy and said, but is there anything higher?
Yeah.
Because they had so much fame.
Sure.
And they were at the top, they wanted to go higher.
Yeah.
Do you think no matter how much fame Dave had back in the day or now, he's still reaching to get to that one extra rung? He thinks there's another rung to get to his fame.
Absolutely. And that's why he has partnered with the 3 of us, because he is convinced that it will take our Voltron powers to make this happen.